Good evening, and thank you for tuning in for a special weather video on severe weather potential tonight and into tomorrow. Let's get started right away with the regional radar. As you can see, there's a couple showers and thunderstorms moving into the Finger Lakes. One of those storms actually had a tornado warning with it earlier over in Cattaraugus and Allegheny County, but those storms are weakening, so don't expect any more than a couple showers in the next few hours. There's some storms up over Canada, and then a big line of storms back towards Chicago, stretching back into Missouri. Now, it's those storms that have prompted the Storm Prediction Center to have a moderate risk for us, but we'll see whether those storms are actually going to get in here or not. Here are some maps from the Storm Prediction Center. You can see the area in red, which includes us, is the moderate risk. If we switch over to the wind probabilities, that's the 45% chance of wind damage I was talking about on my blog if you read earlier today. The area in blue hatching is where the greatest threat of damaging winds are, and you can see that's well to our south and west. As I said this morning, though, I don't think the strongest threat of winds is going to quite make it into here, and I don't have the video time to show you all the different things that lead me to believe that. However, there definitely is still a chance for some isolated wind damage towards tomorrow morning. But that is not the biggest threat. What you're looking at now are 4 different localized models run from the National Weather Service in Buffalo, showing the total amount of precipitation tonight and into tomorrow. On each of these maps I've put a green star, approximately where Groton is, and also typed in approximately how much rain each model is saying is going to fall through tonight and tomorrow. Now, sometimes when it comes to thunderstorms, the models have what's called a convective bomb, where it's this really heavy precipitation area that doesn't actually happen. You can especially see that on the model in the lower right hand corner, which is saying 2 to as much as 7 inches of rain across our area overnight. The model just to the left of that is also saying upwards of 5 inches across part of our area. While I certainly don't expect that much rain, it is important to note that all the models have the heavy rain in generally the same spot, and there are other models that also agree with this. What I think the model is picking up on is development on the back side of a greater area of thunderstorms. What you see now is the radar from Chicago this morning, where the same type of thing happened. Inside that white area there was flash flooding as these thunderstorms developed and only very slowly moved away. It's very difficult for the models to pick up exactly where this will happen, if that even happens at all, but the potential is definitely there for 1 to 3 inches of rain through tomorrow morning, which could lead to some flash flooding problems. Now, one of the main reasons why I don't think we're going to get widespread severe weather tonight is because the best instability doesn't come in until tomorrow morning. Now, as the afternoon's gone on, the models have brought this instability in later and later into morning, so that now it looks like the best instability might be towards noon or even in the early afternoon tomorrow. This is the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather probability map for tomorrow, and you can see we're just on the western edge, hardly even within the probabilities. However, I don't think this is going to end up being the case. With the greater instability later in the morning, when the cold front and upper level forcings are coming through, I think that we have a chance for more severe weather tomorrow. And I expect that the Storm Prediction Center will move those threats back to the west with tomorrow's updates. I decided to go ahead and make my own maps using the Storm Prediction Center's convention, with the green area being a slight risk of severe weather and the red area being a moderate risk. You can see I keep the moderate risk confined back to Indiana, Ohio, where the storms already are and will move into in the next 5 hours or so. Beyond that, there will still be a severe weather chance during the overnight and into the early morning hours tomorrow, but I don't think it's great enough to warrant a moderate risk. Those storms will move out tomorrow morning, and then the storms I was talking about for tomorrow afternoon will form. Again, the green area is a slight risk. The orange area isn't a moderate risk, but it's an enhanced slight risk area, equivalent to about the 30% contour on the probability map. You can see that I've highlighted our area and points to the east as the greatest chance for severe weather tomorrow. A lot of the more recent small-scale models have been backing that up, showing thunderstorms developing across central New York tomorrow during the early afternoon and then moving east to the evening. So from now to about 3 a.m., there might be a couple isolated thunderstorms about. Some might have a little strong hail or some gusty winds, but I think most areas will stay dry. As we work into tomorrow morning, the rain and thunder will move in. There might be some strong winds or hail possible with that as well, but the main threat should be the torrential rains and possible flash flooding. Then, after a break later in the morning, Thunderstorms will redevelop towards the early afternoon and may become severe. Hail, damaging winds, and maybe even a tornado or two, all will be possible with these storms. Thanks as always for watching, and feel free to forward any severe weather reports you get or any flooding reports tomorrow. But most of all, just stay safe. Have a good night.